You know what's so therapeutic? That's an underrated therapy session that don't get spoke on a lot. Good friendships, man. Man, it's nothing like having good friends, man. Like, that shit is a recharger. You know, life pull everybody in different directions. You know, your friends or whatever trying to build whatever they trying to build. You trying to build whatever you build. And like I said, it's different. It's not like Martin. We at the house every day. They popping up. So it's like, whenever you get that time to get around your friends, it make you remember what the fuck life really feel like. It's like that, like you leave recharged. Like you feel like a whole new person. Like life can be kicking your ass. Man, you get around your homeboys or your homegirls, man, it's just like they put a perspective on life that you wouldn't even fathom to think about. Like, damn, why I ain't think about that? But that's why they're your friends. Everybody plays a role in your life. And your friends play that recharger role. If you get around your friends and you don't leave feeling like a brand new person, I don't know what to tell you. I'm talking about just being around my friend, just one of them. Be like, tell you something, my nigga, yo. I am too old to be just pulling up anywhere just to fuck. Baby, if you don't live in a substantial neighborhood, I cannot come get that coochie from that house. I'm sorry. I'm not young no more. It's too dangerous just to be coming to somebody. No, baby, you don't even like where you live at. So why the fuck you think I want to come there and you don't even like it? I hired at the little broad. She trying to go. You know what I mean? We locked in. Yeah, shorty, what's the address? She like, bop, Dallas Court. Dallas Court? Get the thing. Bitch, you live in Douglas Project? Bitch, you live in Douglas Project?
Yo, what's up, people? We is back. Another day on Keep It G News. And before I get in this video, man, I want to send my condolences to the family of the Reed Tate. You know, this is a tragic situation. 2 men possibly lost their life in this situation. 2 fathers. Terrible situation. But I'm going to present this video coming from an angle of a guy from Baltimore. You know, because that's where I'm from. And I'm going to introduce y'all to a guy, an influencer out of Baltimore by the name of TFL DB. Real name, Daquan Bonds. And a lot of people in the city was wondering what was happening to him because he's a frequent poster on Instagram. You know, got millions of views, 30,000 followers, you know. Even got his own podcast called All Facts on Apple Music. You know, he was doing great things. A lot of people, especially the youth, looked to him for advice because that's what he was given. Like I say, he was a real motivational, inspirational speaker, works out. You know, looked like somebody that was trying to make a change in their life coming from where he came from. And that's what I want to talk about today. You know, that's one of the hardest things to do is change your life around when you're used to a life of crime. And a lot of people strive to get out of Baltimore City, you know, because it's the trenches. You know, it's hard to survive there. It's hard to progress there. And, you know, when you get out, it just opens you up to a whole new world of opportunities. But in this video, we talking about a guy who did that, you know. And on the Instagram, it looked like everything was going well. All systems was go. You know, he was working the job. You know, he working out. You know, he was doing what he needed to do. And then this days after a neighbor was killed in Daquan Bonds' Wilmington apartment building, the 31-year-old podcaster posted an Instagram video of himself working with a voiceover.
I battle demons every day, and that is why I treat people, because I know what my battles are like, and I don't want to add to yours.
Now Bonds, who used his podcast and social media accounts to push for accountability, responsibility, and positiveness, is facing murder charges after police said they found his DNA on the mask used in the December 1st slaying of LaRae Tate. The man lived in separate units of the same apartment building in the city's Trinity Vicinity neighborhood. Bonds is being held at Howard R. Young Correctional Institution. Before his August 8th arrest, Bonds could be found on various social media platforms, exposing at times misogynistic and often profanely laced statements on what he believed was right and how people should take responsibility for their actions. That includes a post he made 8 days after Tate's killing, in which Bonds appears to tell his 34,000 Instagram followers what it's like to have to look over your back after committing a heinous crime, and asks what people are prepared to do if they had to live a demon life. Barnes runs down a list of examples, such as asking if they are,
is you ready to lose sleep? Is you ready to wake up in cold sweats damn near every night because the shit that you try not think about during the day come to you in your sleep at night? Because whatever you can't think about in the daytime in your dreams, your mind do whatever the fuck it want. Is you niggas willing and ready to get to your motherfucking house and put the key in the door and wait to see if you hear somebody on the other side of the door? Is you niggas willing to open the door to your motherfucking house and step sideways just in case you think a nigga behind the door waiting? Is you niggas ready for that? Is you niggas ready to come the fuck outside and stand on your porch real quick and gotta survey the whole fucking street? Look at every fucking car, look at every fucking cut. You get what I'm saying? Is you niggas ready to go the fuck out but can't have fucking fun? Or limit the way you go at because the gun can't go? Is you niggas ready for that shit but you wanna be a demon? This is what demon time come with. You gotta literally lose your fucking soul. And a lot of you niggas don't even have the kind of capacity to do that. So I'ma ask you again, is you really wanna be a motherfucking demon? And come with that shit when it comes to the police may come grab you, niggas might come get you, anything come with that shit. You don't wanna label yourself a demon, bro. You don't wanna be a demon. It's very short-lived and it ain't fruitful at all. I promise you. You'll have more headaches and heartaches than you'll reap rewards and success with being a fucking demon. Stop talking that clown shit. Stop letting them rappers put that shit in your fucking head. Cause they ain't nowhere on that motherfucking time. They ain't on no fucking demon time. I'm telling you. Niggas who on that time walk amongst you like a regular human being and you'll never fucking know. Niggas don't glorify that shit who going through that shit. I promise you, they don't. Get your fucking head straight, man. Being a fucking demon. That shit is played out. Be a fucking man.
6 days after his arrest, Newcastle County Grand Jury indicted Barnes, adding more weapons charges and 1 count of burglary. While police linked Barnes to Tate's killing using DNA from a discarded mask and surveillance footage, investigators and court documents did not explain Barnes' motive for the killing of the 44-year-old barber. Wilmington police were dispatched to the Trinity vicinity about 2 p.m. for the complaint of a woman screaming while on the sidewalk of the 1000 block of North Madison Street, according to court documents. Arrived officers found a woman who were told a man had been shot in the first floor apartment on that block. Officers searched the apartment building and found Tate on the floor of a bedroom suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. Tate was taken to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. A witness told officers that a man wearing a black mask and a black hooded sweatshirt had shot Tate. While the shooter wore a mask, the witness said they could see the gunman's eyes were light. Officers found a black hooded sweatshirt and a black mask, which was given to the department's forensic service unit for DNA testing. Investigators also reviewed surveillance video footage from area cameras which showed the masked gunman wearing a hooded sweatshirt. The video revealed the man who was wearing a black colored sweatpants with a green and yellow design and all white sneakers. While the masked man ran out of the frame, police said he can be seen running in a direction where the hooded sweatshirt and the mask would later be found. Viewing video footage from other surveillance cameras, police were able to see a man wearing similar clothing get in and out of a red Lexus sedan earlier that day. A police body-worn camera was able to pick up the Lexus registration. In June, investigators received DNA results from the forensic unit with preliminary association to Barnes, according to court records. Investigators found Barnes lived in the same building as Tate. They also learned Barnes owned a red Lexus, which had the same temporary registration as the car seen on surveillance footage. Because the Lexus temporary registration was issued the same day as Tate's killing, investigators reviewed surveillance video from the Delaware Division of Motor Vehicles. Barnes, according to court documents, was seen inside the DMV, wearing black Nike sweatpants with a white Nike swoosh on the left thigh, a black and color hooded sweatshirt with a green and yellow design on the front and back of the same, and all white sneakers. His face was visible, and for your client was able to identify him as Barnes, court documents state. While Barnes is seen in the video leaving the apartment building wearing different clothes after the homicide, investigators note in court documents that a witness told them after seeing a muscular man remove and abandon a hooded sweatshirt and mask. The muscular man ran into an alley. The alley, according to investigators, provided access to the rear of the apartment building where the incident occurred. Investigators obtained a search warrant on August 7th and arrested Bonds the following day during a vehicle stop in the 1000 block of North Madison. So one of my supporters reached out to, because a lot of people in the city was wondering what happened, because it's not typical for you see a guy from Baltimore get locked up in Delaware, but come to find out that's where he was living at. He got out of the city, and you see, he was working a job. He was doing everything you thought that you supposed to do. Things that we should have been doing before we got sucked into the life of crime. And he was speaking life into the community, so you gotta respect that. But in this situation, I don't know where it went wrong. For real, I refuse to say he crashed out because I don't know all the details. But at the same time, it's like, damn, shorty, how did a situation with a neighbor, that's what it was, man. This was a beef, it had to been between neighbors, turn into a murder, man. Turn into a murder. And it looked like to me, a lot of them Instagram videos, they may bring up in trial. Whenever you see something in the paper, more than likely it's going to end up in court. And I don't know if it's a correlation there or not. But I can say they will try to use that to, to stamp his fate. And the evidence, though circumstantial, look like they got some things, man. They got DNA. DNA evidence is hard to overcome. But what I don't understand is why the bail is $4 million. $4 million. I mean, I get it. I guess he's from Baltimore. They probably looking at him as a flight risk. But god damn, yo. $4 million? And then where's the burglary? Where did the burglary come in place? Because it don't say anywhere in that article anything was stolen. They don't even give a reason as to why these things happen. No motive. So, like I say, I'm going to reserve my judgment. It's just messed up to see two black men possibly lost their life. Because like I said, they was both fathers. Looked like to me they both was trying to do what they needed to do to provide for their family. Larry Tate was cutting hair. Daquan Bonds was doing this thing on the internet. Looked like he was working some type of construction job. I don't know, maybe it was for the internet. Who knows? But either way, I hate to see it, man. And I hate to see a guy from Baltimore that came from probably the same type of beginnings I came from, maybe even worse, try to make the changes and still get sucked back into the street life, yo. Or still get sucked back into street activity. And I told y'all this when I was speaking on FBG Butter, like, no matter how far you go away from the streets, it don't take nothing but a stone throw for you to throw it all away, man. And it's sad, man, because a lot of times, even though we try to make changes to our life, we still got the same mentality. We still only know how to solve problems one way. We got to get better at that, man, because this shouldn't have went that way, man. Not with a neighbor. Not with a neighbor. Could have been talked out. Maybe he felt like the neighbor got him wrong. Who knows? But either way, I'm sad to see it, and I wanted to release this information to the world, especially to Baltimore, because a lot of people was wondering what was going on. I know they seen the charges, but they didn't know the details. But let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments, man. What do y'all think led this man to do this? Was he provoked? It can be, even though we got to be better with controlling our own actions. Or was he, was he playing a fraud on the internet the whole time? I mean, that's a valid question. I refuse to believe that, but it's a valid question, man. Let me know in the comments. Just keep it G.
Nigga can't do what I do. Y'all niggas can't copy me. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep the shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G.